Yeah, it's kind of strange. You know, people still call me a teenager to this day. I mean, the documentary was 24 years ago. I mean, I turned 41 last week. I haven't seen the guys much since Master Splinter's funeral. We all went our separate ways, all got jobs. The place in the sewer's gone. That all got gentrified. I think it's a yogurt stand now, Frogo yogurt. I mean, I don't get any discounts if that's what you're asking.
Come on, Turtle, what did I tell you about this tie?
I know.
Huh? What did I tell you? You gotta look the part. You're gonna be in the office, you look the part.
Can I still take Shredder? How about you be the judge?
Fuck, that now! Oh, that's my show. God, get him fat! Get him fat! Oh!
I don't know a lot about sports, but I can drink a lot of beer.
My motto is simple. C's get degrees.
Need a long, inappropriate hug? I'm your man.
I think I'm smarter than you, because I probably am.
Howard Coward for box score.
Hello and welcome to the Box Score. I'm Brock in Los Angeles. I'll be at the bar all day because sometimes life imitates art. The boys aren't in Milford, Connecticut. They're in the New York City Man Cave, and this is your second show in the new look NYC studio. And you had a great guest on today, Alex Trebek, host of Jeopardy! Fritzy, how long has this been in the works?
We had been working on it for a while. It really ramped up once Dan officially got the Sports Jeopardy! Hosting gig, and he had a lot to do with it, pretty much all to do with it. I, made some follow-up calls and helped, secure the day and time, but I don't want to take any more credit than the fact that with Dan hosting Sports Jeopardy! And having that it just made it a lot easier. It was just a matter of what day or time that Alex can join us, and obviously it was a lot of fun today.
Alex delivered in every sense of the word because he even came bearing gifts.
I brought you a present, by the way.
Oh, you did? Oh.
Yes. This is a Crayola. And people who attend our taping when we do Jeopardy say, Alex, what do you keep writing down? I say, I'm not writing anything. I'm crossing off the clues as I read them. And if you haven't crossed off the clues, you might very easily read the same clue again. So I want to protect you from that mistake.
Wow.
There was a moment at the Olympics when Al Michaels was sitting with Dan, and Al was just finishing up his sort of segment of hosting, and he passed Dan the microphone, and it was like a real passing the torch kind of moment. That felt like the same thing, where it was like, here you go, pal. Here's your Crayola, and this is how you're gonna write now. It just had that moment of like, whoa, Dan's really part of the Jeopardy family.
Do you guys notice his tone? He delivers in a very staccato, very measured way to say it, because on the air he has to be very clear. He does that in real life too. I mean, if you were listening on the radio, it would take you about half a second to realize that's Alex Trebek.
Yeah. That also made me realize too, it must be a real fear of reading the same question twice. What if you had a big deal? What is the second largest river in China? And then 2 minutes later, you're like, the second largest river in China, and you're just staring at them, and they're like, that would be, Dan's got a hard job to do here. I didn't even think about the logistics until just now.
Yeah, and it was interesting too with Dan, because he would say, like, I've been watching a ton of Jeopardy because I want to see how he walks out. I want to see how he holds things, or what he does, all these little, like, subtle, sort of the nuances of hosting a show like that.
And he was talking in such that pitch of that relaxed voice. It was almost like he was talking like he was balancing like a glass jar on his head or something like that, that he was just so purposeful and not wanting to rattle or shake anything. It was just
yeah. Do you guys
very
expect
calming.
a different Dan to host? Obviously different than our show. There's like Football Night in America Dan. There's Dan Patrick Show Dan. Is there a third, a Sports Jeopardy Dan? Because, or is he gonna like?
That's interesting.
You know how he always ribs us?
Yeah.
I don't think he'll be like sort
I'm
of.
curious
ribbing
to see
the
how he's going to
contestants.
do.
I think it's be closer to Football Night in America, Dan, where he's not trying to be the star. He's trying to make the contestants the star. But every once in a while, I think he's going to see his spots and throw in a little something, because he can't help himself. He's a natural funny guy.
Absolutely.
And I don't think they want him to be just a traffic cop. They want him to add a little bit of him, and I think it'll get more as they go
I think it
along.
would be a mistake to try to be Alex Trebek for Dan. You can't, don't be that guy, like you be you.
But I also think it'd be a mistake to be Dan from the Dan Patrick Show.
That
That would be the
You're
worst
not gonna
mistake,
get-
though, because I'd rather see him cut loose and make it, because sports is supposed to be fun.
Right.
Yeah.
Sports Jeopardy is, again, more scholarly. I mean, regular Jeopardy, more scholarly than Sports Jeopardy.
Okay, how about Dan off camera from the Dan Patrick Show?
Well, not going to make air.
It's not going to make even the box score.
That might be a little bit too loose, but he did get Alex Trebek to get a little loose when he got us to show his mean side.
If you were going to be the mean Alex Trebek, like if you were going to be a different Alex Trebek, and these guys had the wrong answer, How would you respond?
Who is George Washington?
You're not serious. Really? Did you not get past 4th grade?
I like that.
Did you not make it to grade 6? You remember your grade 6 graduation? You got your driver's license that year?
Wow.
You remember?
Wow. Well, didn't you kind of, didn't you
finally got it.
You scored.
That was really fun. That was a treat for me. I've watched Jeopardy for years. I've always wanted to be on the show. And I just thought that was a good bit. And he was giving me a really good stare. And I actually got kind of uncomfortable because he comes off as such a nice guy. So that was fun. That was a good time.
I mean, luckily it was you. Obviously, you couldn't use me in that bit because, I mean, people wouldn't buy it if I got one wrong.
Oh, boy.
They'd be like,
see, McLovin,
over here.
Brock, what's happening right here is McLovin is baiting me because he knows that I think I'm good at Jeopardy or think I would be good at Jeopardy. He's right now baiting me to challenge him to in a Jeopardy or Sports Jeopardy contest because he thinks he could beat me. Is that correct?
I can pull out the Trivial Pursuit board right now if you want to go.
I would love to. I would love you. Get it on.
Oh my God! I will have 6 wedges before you even.
You're gonna have 6 wedgies before I. That's the only thing you're gonna have.
Throwing down the gauntlet.
I'm ready. Believe it or not, Brock, this is not really a joke. There's this game at the bar we go to. It's like a trivia game. Remember that sports trivia game? And McLovin and I would play, and it was the most intense of our entire relationship.
We would be racing each other.
And then after the game, both of us have an excuse. I'm like, oh, there were too many NHL questions in there. That wasn't fair anyway. Yeah, it didn't prove anything.
I'm like, oh, my hands got water on it. I wasn't reading on the screen.
And like there's one final question that determines the winner. It'll be something about Richard Petty, and I'll get so mad.
Well, in fairness, Paulie's probably drinking during those contests. Well, we all know DP is going to host Sports Jeopardy, but today he revealed one of his earliest encounters with the game show biz.
I meet with Michael Davies, the brains behind Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. And he goes, yeah, I want you to host Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Here's the thing. I got to get Regis Philbin another job because Regis keeps asking about, he wants this job. I never heard back from Michael Davies and Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. The next time I saw it was a promo for Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and there's Reg talking about Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
You were going to host Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Yes, McLovin.
Did you ever see Slumdog Millionaire? You know that?
Yeah.
What happened to that guy was worse. I kind of expected something a little more riveting. That's a very valid point by me. But let me explain something. That bit I had about Slumdog Millionaire felt totally flat.
Yeah.
I had raised my hand to say it 2 minutes before. Dan, is this going to rival Slumdog Millionaire, this story? Dan saw me raise my hand, and then I put my hand down because I'm like, oh, this is going to be old. Then Dan called on me from the raised hand from 2 minutes before. In part, because in the New York City Man Cave, Fritzy and I are about 1.5 miles away from where Dan is.
He needs binoculars.
He can barely see us. So he's like, I think I saw a raised hand.
Well, that brings up a tough situation. If you have raised your hand with a line or a story or an add-on, and then it's 2 minutes later and it doesn't match anymore, and you get called on, Brock.
Yeah, how do you let him
Do
know?
you say, I got nothing, go ahead, which is really bad, or throw out a story that's a total whiff? What do you do there?
You got to try and think on your feet in that one, which isn't always easy. Sometimes Dan will come to me and I'm like, I don't have anything to say, which is terrible.
Paulie, you got caught a little bit today. You did not. Usually you have the best. Paulie, what else do we have? In the first segment, I thought you were a little bit off your game.
How do you always have a bank of backup things
what
to
else
put
do we
in
have?
there?
What else do we have today? I thought today.
I think the rundown is
you were a
what
little
helps.
focused on Alex
rundown.
Trebek.
Yeah. I have on the rundown a couple things. When I hear what else, I start thinking when I hear what else. And hopefully during Do You Have, I can come up with anything.
No, but you always seem to have a topic
the-
standing by. One of us would have been like, well, it's a nice sunny day and it's good to be in New York. Or
I don't like the what
know.
else do we have? Because it's like, it implies that there's something else that's like really like, what am I missing here that I have to do? And sometimes it's like, nothing. Actually, there's really nothing. Like,
Well,
just
then
go to break.
Yeah, he forgot to say something which doesn't necessarily
It's like,
exist.
oh man, like there's something really huge that I'm not remembering right now. What else did we have? Like, I don't know, nothing really.
One of my
Like,
what else do you have tricks is, if Dan says, what else do you have, I'll go, Dan, I hesitate to bring this up. And I'll think of something that could sell out one of these guys or myself or Dan, and I just throw that on the air willy-nilly.
Yeah.
The problem with the bit, McLovin, is that the kid won. He got Jack Hobbs right, and I think D'Artagnan was the final answer. So he did win the $1 million, and they got to do the Bollywood dance and all that. Before we go, let's enjoy this one more time. Dan's Sports Jeopardy headshot. Alex Trebek said it was DP's head on his body. McLovin, is that the perfect combo, Patrick's face and Trebek's body?
I don't even know what that meant by Alex Trebek. Alex Trebek got sillier
Somehow
and sillier
Heidi Klum
as the
was
segment
involved
got
there.
in, but every time I see that picture, man, it has an impact.
It like
a
smashes
slap
you right in the
face.
face.
But the more you look at it, it goes from like, handsome debonair host to is this like, some kind of promo for like some kind of horror movie, like the host that starts killing everyone in the neighborhood?
Yeah,
It's like-
that's
it's
not
like
far
so-
from serial
Like
killer.
Natasha Henstridge. Remember that movie
Yeah,
she was in?
Species.
Species. They had
Yeah.
a Species Natasha Henstridge feel.
Species 1, Species 2. All right, let me take my crayon and mark it all off. Okay, coming up, one of Volley's man crushes, Landon Donovan, breaks down a few changes that might be in store for the guys.
So this is a red.
Oh, Paul, you got your
Trebek.
cup on?
Yeah. Go ahead. That's a red card.
Holy
Oh, what a special moment.
Now wait a minute. Can we
You
reenact?
just kicked him in the shin.
Welcome back to the box score. Paulie Landon Donovan dealing you a kneel shot there, but did he deal you an even bigger blow, pun intended, when he announced his upcoming retirement?
He sure did, Broccoli. I'll take a shot to the knee any day by Landon. That was a special day. I have no problem with that. But yeah, I did not know that was coming yesterday. It was kind of breaking news. Well, I had a text conversation with him about 2 years ago, Donovan. He goes, "When do you think I'll retire?" I said, "You'll probably do the World Cup in 2014 and then finish up the MLS season and retire." So when he retired, about 2 hours later, I texted him. I said, "Can you come on the show tomorrow? Congratulations, I guess. I'm retiring." And I go, and then he sent back, he goes, "You were kind of right." He goes, "They didn't ask me to be in the World Cup, but I did retire in 2014. So it was great to have him on the show. But as a soccer fan, it's not good. I mean, he's still a good player, but I think it's a smart move by him media-wise. He's still a huge name. I think he could pick his media jobs with Fox, NBC, and ESPN right now, kind of like a Boomer Esiason or a Michael Strahan or a Tiki Barber, where, I could do one more year, or I could take a prime job right now that might not be there next year.
And he can still help grow the sport a lot from
For
the
sure.
media. I mean, he's still a big star. I was actually kind of annoyed that we didn't get a heads up. I was kind of annoyed that I was like, dude, throw us a solid.
I didn't expect that. It's not, believe me, we're not like best buds or something like that, but I've known the guy. I would have liked to have him said, "Hey, do you want to break this news?" But I think they wanted to break them themselves. The LA Galaxy and the MLS wanted to control that message. They did a pretty good job. They hit it at the very last minute.
Yeah, even if he had told you, Paul, he probably would have said, "Don't put
Right,
it out."
sit on it.
People make very.
That would be tough, though. I mean, obviously, if he said, "Don't tell," I wouldn't tell.
Right.
But
that's happened to you.
But
That's
you know what,
happened on the
though?
show many times.
He also knows that I'm still a media guy, and if he
Yeah.
wants to keep a secret, the best thing to do is not tell a media
Right.
guy, even
Totally.
me.
Oh yeah, but you'll hold on. I mean,
Oh, if he said, "Hey, here's a heads up. I'll come on tomorrow. This is going to
Yeah.
be announced in an hour from now." Would you not tell? If I agree to it, I agree to it. If I don't, I don't.
And Dan finds out things all the time, and he has to come up with a clever way to sometimes allude to something just to show that we're on top of the news without giving it away, or obviously, giving up a source.
we
and share that with
had a situation a couple years ago where there was a piece of soccer news that Landon actually gave me a heads up on. It was a pretty good one. And I said, "Okay, I'm going to tweet this out on behalf of the Dan Patrick Show." I go, "Can I say that a player with USA Soccer told me?" He goes, "No, because everyone's going to know it's me, you dumbass." It's not like you're friends with Tim Howard or someone like that. And so I had to say a source with USA Soccer told me this. And he was 100% right. Like someone's not going to figure out that, that guy told us, because he does have a relationship with the show.
That's great.
Well, all the Galaxy fans are out here and sad, including myself. And he talked to the boss about his future plans, but only after saying sorry to Paulie.
I've had some time to really think about it, and my apologies, Paulie. I didn't mean to impact you in that way, but if you guys have any job openings, then I think I'm ready for the next phase.
All right. Would you host or co-host this show when I'm on vacation?
I have one caveat. I will, but I have one caveat.
Okay.
It is Landon and the Donettes.
Oh, I like that. I'm
Good,
fine.
right?
I'm fine with that.
That's an easy transition, one letter. We really don't have to do anything different. That was pretty funny. He apologized for retiring. But, I think he said something yesterday afternoon that, it's tough to retire, but he wants to do sports for a living. He wants to cover all sports.
Oh, is he going to do an Andy Roddick where he
is
does
totally
all sports?
I believe he looks at Andy Roddick as a guy that Because I don't think he wants to sit around talking soccer for the rest of his life. 'Cause he just spent the first 35 years of his life doing nothing but soccer, and I don't think that is attractive. But that's tough because you get pigeonholed in the media. You're a soccer guy, you talk soccer. But Andy Roddick's the charge where, hey, man, as long as I'm brushed up on all my sports and prepared, you can talk about anything.
One thing that happened off air that cracked me up for some reason, I don't really know why, but when Alex Trebek's interview was over, he was taking his mic off, and he was just like, hey, guys, I've got one question for you, though. Do you think Landon Donovan should have been on the World Cup team? And we're like, oh, yeah. He was like, thank you. Like, it's finally people are agreeing with me. And like, that's what Alex Trebek was, like, fired up over. And I just, for some reason, I didn't see him being a big soccer guy.
And then he asked another question, like, would he have contributed to the World Cup team if he was on it? And he was glad that we all agreed that they.
I was just glad no one brought up my line on the box score about the Lakers not making the playoffs, because apparently he bleeds purple and gold.
Huge Laker.
And I did not. I mean, people we know now. You do not upset Alex Trebek. You do that at your own risk.
It's go time. It could be go time. What is go time?
Thanks for reminding me. Now all the guys in the control room are yelling at me. Okay, you can't have Alex Trebek on the show without having a little trivia. It's Know Your Show next. Welcome back to the Box Score, guys. It's Friday, TGIF, and you know what that time is. It means we need to look back on the week that was, see if you had your eyes and ears open, paying close attention. Gentlemen, let's play.
No! Your
show? What?
I'll ask you about something that happened on the show. You give me the correct answer. Row buddies can share, and there are no stills. In the words of Mills Lane, let's get it on. First up, the back row. To spare Chris Mannix's feelings, DP paid him what compliment on Monday?
Good hair.
Yeah. Because he said that it's what he said. Adrian Wojnarowski was the best NBA writer, but Chris Mannix has the best hair of all NBA writers or columnists.
Was it best hair?
Best NBA writer out there. Well, Chris Mannix we love. I just want to make sure I don't hurt anybody's feelings. I'm just on breaking news. I know. Mannix, sorry. You got the best hair of any of these NBA writers.
You are correct.
Yeah.
Front row, you're up
Chris
next.
Mannix, good hair, bad haircut.
Horrible cut. Dan told a story about his wedding earlier this week about a missing groomsman. What article of clothing was said groomsman missing when they found him?
Jeepers creepers.
You know, I don't remember the story.
I remember, it can't be pants. It's got to be his tie.
The whole tuxedo.
Well, I thought that his pants had grass stains on them.
You take it. This is a tough one, Brock. Give us a second.
This might also be an
This might be our wedding.
Off-camera story that I'm sharing too that I might not be supposed to be telling right now.
Clock's ticking and I'm drinking. Here we go.
I'm gonna say tie. It's either his tie or his jacket.
Missing his tuxedo tie.
Was it his tie?
My problem was I couldn't find one of the guys in my groomsmen. He had stayed overnight with the. Well, I don't want to give her official title in the wedding party, but we couldn't find him. So he showed up barefoot. Memories.
Oh.
The answer was shoes. Sorry, guys. Sorry, I'm just crossing them off like Trebek here. No crayon, though. Back row, one more for you. You guys found a new look-alike for Seton. Who is it?
Okay, so it's a guy who got the Late Late Show.
Yeah.
And he's British, and I have no idea.
We're not going to get any credit for that unless we come up with the actual name.
Do you want to just guess a name?
Hemisphere that the guy lives in does not work.
Jerry Rogers, that new who's taking over the new
Jerry Rogers, Dr. Jerry Rogers.
Gerald Rogers.
Was it Dr. Gerald Rogers?
Looks like your twin, Seton.
Yeah.
Looks like. What's the guy's name, Paulie?
James Corden.
Okay. British?
Lightly
British.
We're not for sure.
Never would have come up with it.
I'm sorry, it was James Corden. James Corden.
So close to Gerald Rogers, though.
Of course. Front row, back to you. What was McLovin doing when DP caught him off guard and asked him what his wife's response was to Miss Colleen's Facebook posting?
What was he doing?
What was he doing? Dan asked him, or what was he doing when his wife asked him?
What was McLovin doing when Dan caught him off guard and asked him what his wife's response was?
He doesn't do a lot during the show.
For some reason, I place him. He's standing.
Getting coffee?
I think he was either over by like
hitting golf balls.
Was he hitting golf balls?
I'm putting up the caption contest thing on my pink shirt. I got distracted.
I said we were going to talk about this.
That's on you, bro. I would not have gone with this topic.
Incorrect. F. Yusha is putting up the caption photo, of course. Back row, your last question. How did Jay Glazer pass the time during the NFL Hall of Fame ceremony?
Jay Glazer was drinking beer.
Drinking beer?
Yeah, drinking beer and joking with Roger Goodell, but drinking a beer.
Was he drinking beer?
I'm not going to lie to you. I'm sitting up there. It was, they went on and on. So I said, the only thing that can make this better, I'm going to have a couple beers.
So you're up there at the Hall of Fame induction ceremonies having a couple of beers while everybody's giving their speeches.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good job, guys. He was having a couple beers. Last one for the front row. Veronica from Texas described our very own Todd Fritz as what?
Teddy bear.
Goldberg.
Teddy bear.
Was it teddy bear?
Who's number 2, Veronica?
Yeah, well, Fritzy is sexy in a kind of teddy bear way, but the others, I don't know.
Absolutely correct. It was teddy bear. Teddy bear's sexy. The back row wins today. I'm not sure what the score is, but hey, you guys won. 2-1. Okay, there it is.
All that complaining finally paid off. You guys get easier questions now. Whatever.
Stay with us. It looks like Seaton's laugh has some stiff competition.
Awkward silence doesn't stand a chance. He can fake laugh during Schindler's List. He can make Dane Cook think he's funny. Fran Drescher thinks he's a little much. He believes fake laughter is the best fake medicine. His laugh acts as a mating call for hyenas.
My laugh isn't always fake, but when it is, it's on the box score.
Welcome back to the Box Score. Last call here at the Box Score bar as we close out the week. Seaton, did you ever think that lovable laugh would take the world by storm?
I sure didn't, but I'm very happy that it has.
It's that type of insincerity that I really admire.
Well, you may have some competition, as we saw when Kevin Millar joined the show today.
Yeah, Paulie.
He was 3 for 5 on the season.
I'm that guy, by the way, Daddy. Hey, dude, what's up, bro?
Coleman, but I don't even. I don't know.
Man, dude, he's an all-timer, man. Holy moly. His fake laugh has a little bit more aggression to it, I think, and it's sort of like a hacksaw, like coming at you. But I think it's fantastic, man. Dude knows how to laugh.
Yeah, we always knew he had a great personality, but in studio, he was like out of control today with his stories and his laughing, and he just
energy.
It was awesome. It was really, really good.
Maybe you can book someone that funny next week. Fritzy, who do you got?
We're going to talk to Chris Paul on
Who's
Monday.
not funny, actually.
He's not particularly funny. But
not funny at all.
See if we can get Steph Curry's going to join us on Tuesday, and Shaquille O'Neal is supposed to join us on
not
Wednesday.
funny. Not
we'll have to
funny.
kind of get them out of their shells a little bit, get some laughs going.
Big Diesel's funny. Oh, come on. I watched Steel the other day. That was awesome. Thanks for watching the Box Score. Set your DVR or tune in weekdays at 3 p.m. Eastern, only on Audience Channel 239, right here on DirecTV. Cheers, Steph and Cal.
I don't know a lot about sports, but I can drink a lot of beer. My motto is simple: C's get degrees.
Need a long, inappropriate hug? I'm your man.
I think I'm smarter than you, because I probably am.
Hey, thanks for watching the box score. Holy cow!